next writer is Melody. Melody has experienced 2 careers in her lifetime, one in business and the other in education. She is a graduate of UCLA with a master's degree in educational administration. She taught grades 3 to 12 and at the university level. She was a television teacher for an educational series and has coached both drama and speech. She is a Southern California native who has traveled extensively and lived in a variety of places. She loves books, music, men, and martinis. Her first book, Pregnant, Pissed, and Perplexed, was a result of witnessing so many children having children during her tenure as a teacher. Her second book, Laughing Matters, a Grouch Prevention Handbook, is a written attempt to spread the word about the importance of humor for your health. Her new book, In Love and Crazy, is written for women, about women to inform them about the unpredictable and mysterious phenomenon called being in love. I'd like to present right now Melody Fleming.
Thank you all for having me today. I really appreciate this opportunity. I'm going to tell you now how to write a bestseller. Now, to be honest with you, I really wanted to be an archaeologist, but the exams are too rigorous. They are very rigorous. These exams, they are noted for their rigor. People come staggering out saying, "Oh, what a rigorous exam." So I became a writer instead. There are no rigorous exams to become a writer. They only ask you who you are, and I got a 75% on that. So I was allowed to join the writing community. I've now done a bit of writing myself. And I will now share with you my first attempt at writing, which was entitled My Experiences with Men. It's a story about a woman who leaves her condominium on a hot summer day as the clock struck 1, and there was a small, wispy white cloud in the right sky. Horizon, excuse me. Notice here how I use description in my writing. It's very important. I've been told repeatedly to show, not tell, but I just tell it like it is. It's so much easier. Now, back to the story. She leaves her condominium, walks a short distance, and sees a man. She approaches the man. They talk briefly, and then he turns quickly and leaves, never to be seen again. It was a very short story, but it was very boring. Okay, I took it along to a publisher, and he confirmed my opinion. He said it was without a doubt the most boring story he'd ever read in all his life. And he's not a man given to superlatives. He said the trouble with your story is that it lacks everything. You name it, it lacks it. Above all, it lacks the elements of sex and violence. Sex and violence is so vital in these troubled times. I thought about this for a few minutes, and rather than give up, I expanded my story. My new book is entitled Sex and Violence. My experience with men. So, chapter 1 begins with 3 nude ladies, Maud, Gladys, and Susie. They are completely nude, and they are wandering around the desert violently. Nude and violent, they wander around the desert. Every day, they get more violent, and every day they get more nude. Till eventually, the leader, Maud Wellington, patterned a little bit after me. Maud of the nude and violent ladies sees an old mine shaft. "Come on, girls," she shouts with a wicked glint in her eye. "Let's all rush down that mine shaft and do disgusting things to each other." The nude and violent ladies rush down the mine shaft and start doing disgusting things to each other. They start hurling lumps of coal at each other nudely and violently until they are black and blue and covered with coal dust, and they sink exhausted to the ground. Now comes the wry twist. Writers, if you want to improve your story, you must have a wry twist. Now back to the story. A man who is a miner happens upon the violent, nude, and comatose ladies. But because they are covered with coal dust, he mistakes them for large lumps of coal. He mistakes them. He grabs hold of them and throws them upon his trolley, which disappears down a long, dark tunnel, never to be seen. When the book was finished, I tweeted, and twerked. And that's how I sold 1 million copies. Please remain seated. Thank you.